welcome to Crime in Court. My name is Heather, and this is episode 63 of the Canton Cover-Up Commonwealth versus Karen Reed. And we are going to be going over a new defense filing where Juror B elaborates on what we already have been told, what we already know based on the affidavits so far and what's come forward, who's spoken up. Many people, none of the jurors have come forward yet personally, publicly with their identity. So I think everyone might be scared of the backlash because this case is so huge and the media, and they just don't want their identities out there, which I totally get. Absolutely understand wanting their privacy. However, when it comes to the fact that there are 12 people that sat in that room and acquitted her on 2 charges, and the Commonwealth is not picking up on that, and they're not letting the jury have an opportunity to speak. So the jurors are getting mad. One came forward to WZ, is it WBZ TV? Christina Rex. They came forward and said, "Hey, Commonwealth is not getting back to us." And then, oh, lo and behold, a couple days later, the Commonwealth came out with a filing going, "Oh yeah, 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 we heard, we received communications from all of these jurors, but we didn't talk to them because ethically we couldn't. And basically, we will dox them if they want to make any further statements. We're going to not protect their privacy." Even though Judge Cannoni immediately and has indefinitely impounded and or sealed the jury list. So all the identifying information about the jurors, not public. Anyone who was in that jury room and saw them, that's a different story. But the people that, for the rest of us who were not there, will never know those jurors' names unless they come forward or unless Judge Cannoni unseals those names. So, anyways, that's kind of a long intro, sorry, but that's kind of where we're at right now. And Juror B is also like, hold up a minute, hold my beer. I got something to say too. So, this is the defendant's third supplemental memorandum in support of motion to dismiss. Comes now the defendant, Karen Reed, by and through undersigned counsel, and hereby respectfully submits this third supplemental memorandum in support of her motion to dismiss, filed July 8th. So the original filing was July 8th, and they given multiple supplemental memorandums to go with multiple affidavits from different jurors. This is now the third. So, as reflected in the attached supplemental affidavit of David R. Unetti, a deliberating juror in this case, Juror B, placed an unsolicited phone call to Attorney Unetti confirming that the prior affidavit of David R. Unetti accurately quoted his or her text saying it was not guilty on second degree. No one thought she hit him on purpose or even thought she hit him on purpose. Supplemental affidavit uh, so, of David Unetti. All right, so Juror B clarified that he or she meant to write, "No one thought she hit him on purpose or even knew that she hit him," which is what I thought they were trying to say. That the intent, the homicide, was based on intent, purpose. Did she purposefully do what she did? If not, you can't vote guilty on that. Did she even know that she hit him? Is another question. So that was something I bet that the jurors struggled with. But in order for you to even think that she knew she hit him, you have to think that she hit him, which I don't get there based on the testimony. So I don't know how what is it, 9 to 4 or whatever got there, or 9 to 3, whatever it was. All right, so 9 Juror B further confirmed that the jury reached unanimous not guilty verdicts on indictments 1 and 3. She believes that every member of the jury if asked, will confirm that the jury reached not guilty verdicts on 1 and 3. So she's like, hey, even if, don't take my word for it, ask the rest of them, and they'll all tell you the same thing that I'm telling you. Based on attached affidavit and all of the reasons set forth in this opening motion, first and second supplemental memorandum and reply, the defense respectfully renews its contention that the jury acquitted Ms. Reed on counts 1 and 3, or alternatively, there was no manifest necessity for a mistrial as to those counts, and therefore the double jeopardy protections of the federal and state constitutions require that those counts not be retried. So, based on the double jeopardy statute, you got to throw those out. I don't see how Judge Canoni gets past this. I know she's gonna try, but there have been way too many jurors that have come forward, reaffirmed what they've been trying to say, and you can't just ignore this, is my point. Judge Canoni can't just ignore this. And the whole double jeopardy is, one of our constitutional rights. Not like she hasn't tried to suppress Ms. Reed's rights before in the past, with not letting certain things come into trial and whatnot, but this is also a constitutional right that all of us have. It is one of the founding reasons why we have this country, is so that we can't just persecute people needlessly and relentlessly. If the court, for any reason, would not credit the affidavits of counsel in the same manner as the court would credit identical affidavits from the juror in question, or an affidavit that the juror has reviewed counsel's affidavits and confirms the accuracy of the representation attributed to them, then the defense respectfully requests permission to initiate contact with jurors A, B, D, and E not C, huh? That's the one that's I think he was all guilty. All right, for the sole purpose of asking them to affirm the accuracy of the 3 affidavits of Alan J. Jackson and supplemental affidavit of David R. Yannetti. So basically, if you're not accepting that all these people have said this, if you don't accept our word, if you don't accept this as truth, and you don't have to because that's your right as a judge, then please let us contact the jurors, like directly. Let us initiate contact with your permission. We'll get affidavits from them basically stating the same thing, that it was not guilty unanimously on counts 1 and 3. And that's all Judge Canoni needs to say is, okay, go ahead, in order to clear this up. But if she doesn't, then there's really something to worry about. I mean, she's been so adamant about suppressing things, not letting stuff come into trial, having the sidebar so nobody hears the arguments and things like that. She's really trying to keep things in the dark, I'll say, not transparent. But in order to get to justice, in order to finally get an answer as to some kind of finality with this, it's just been up in the air. Canoni has ignored it, and the longer she's ignored it, the more we are hearing from jurors. So go ahead, ignore it, Canoni. We have a hearing this Friday, and it is to hear the motion to dismiss. So Martin Weinberg, the newly appointed attorney, will be here. I'm sure in Norfolk County, arguing the motion to dismiss and arguing all these reasons why they should contact the jurors, why she should bring them in, whatever the case may be. Poll them, ask them. You don't have to ask them about what they deliberated in that room, but you just are asking them the conclusion of their deliberations, which I don't think violates any of their reasons why they can't contact jurors anyways. But to be on the safe side, they want Canoni's permission, which I get. All right, so that is the memorandum. This is David Unetti's supplemental affidavit for the same thing. Okay, so he is David Unetti. He works in Massachusetts as an attorney. He's Karen Reed's attorney. All right, number 2. On July 31st, 2024, I received so this was just last Friday. Am I wrong? Oh, no, it was last Wednesday. Sorry. We are on as I record this, this is the 5th. I already have episode 62, I think, um, scheduled. So this came like after I already recorded my episode 62. So this is not going to be breaking news by the time I get this out there. So I apologize, but I definitely wanted to go over it. So this was Wednesday. I wanted to check the date. So last Wednesday of July 31st, David Unetti, I received an unsolicited phone call from someone who informed me that he or she was a juror at the trial of this matter. The caller informed me of his or her name, which confirmed for me that he or she was Juror B, information about whom I had included in my previous affidavit filed in support of this motion. So we read through Juror B's affidavit, and um, basically they're reiterating what they said, they're affirming it, and they are elaborating slightly. So here we go. Number 3, during my phone conversation with Juror B, he or she confirmed for me that the jury reached a unanimous not guilty verdicts on indictments 1 and 3. He or she told me that the only charge on which the jury was deadlocked was indictment number 2, and that was the manslaughter, and there were the whole lesser charges. It was very confusing to even read through, let alone to try to make sense of it to find a verdict for someone that could take away their freedoms. All right, so they were only deadlocked on 2, not guilty on counts 1, which is second degree homicide, and number 3 was leaving the scene of an injury or loss of life. All right, so number 4, Juror B told me that he or she was familiar with the affidavit that I previously filed in support of this motion. Juror B confirmed for me that the screenshot of a text message exchange that I referenced in paragraph 4 of that affidavit was accurate. Specifically, Juror B confirmed that he or she had texted, quote, "It was not guilty on second degree," and split in half for the second charge. When the judge sent us back with they say Hernandez, but it was the Tui Rodriguez charge that they called it. They called it the wrong thing. They say when the judge sent us back with that Hernandez charge, uh, thing to look at the other side, it turned into a bully match. I thought the prosecution didn't prove the case. No one thought she hit him on purpose or even thought she hit him on purpose, was the spelling error or the typing error. They gave us free counseling forms when we left. That's what Juror B said. Juror B clarified in this phone call with David Unetti, however, that he or she meant to actually write, "No one thought she hit him on purpose or even knew that she hit him." She may not have even known at all, is what some of the people were thinking. We all know, looking at the evidence, she didn't hit him, but they were thinking their deliberative thinking process was, we either thought she didn't hit him on purpose, if she did hit him, or like if she did hit him, it was an accident, or if she did hit him, she didn't even know that she did it. She might not have known that she did it. All right, so number 5, Juror B believes that every member of the jury, if asked, will confirm that the jury reached not guilty verdicts on indictments 1 and 3. Juror B believes that even jurors who were leaning toward a conviction on some part of indictment 2 will confirm that the other 2 indictments were acquittals. So, how on earth is Judge Canoni going to bury this? I don't know if she can. I really don't know if she can just ignore it. It's too big. Double jeopardy is too big of a thing that you can just ignore. She believes that other jurors have been reluctant to come forward because there is so much public and media attention focused on this case, signed under the pains and penalties of perjury this 4th day of August. But they just came out today, the 5th. So they were working over the weekend, guys. All right, so there you have it. This is a short one. I didn't have a whole lot to go over, and I wish I could have added this to, you know what? There's other things going on. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any other filings because other posts are coming out. Yeah, that's the same thing. Okay, just making sure that I didn't miss like another filing that came out because that's what literally just happened to me. Like I literally just finished, literally. If you ever watched Parks and Rec, I loved Rob Lowe's character in there, literally. Anyway, literally got done uh recording episode 62, which was about Helena Rafferty, which go check that video out if you are interested. I go over a little bit of her history and her when she was sworn in and some tidbits about her, but then also at the end I go over the lawsuit from the hit it wasn't a hit and run. She stayed. She hit someone while she was driving her cruiser, her police cruiser, her state issued police cruiser. She hit someone in a crosswalk as she was turning. I believe she was off duty, but um, regardless, she did stop. She helped him, but he has suffered some severe injuries. And I talk about that all in that episode. So go over and check that video out. And thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. What do you think Judge Canoni's going to do? Can she keep burying this? She might try. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And please hit the like button on your way out. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Take care.